If you're struggling with neck tension, pain, or discomfort, I invite you to try these simple isometric exercises that may help to alleviate some of that chronic tension in your neck. Hello friends, I'd like to share with you today a little exercise that I love to do when I'm feeling a lot of tightness in the neck, which tends to happen pretty regularly for me. It tends to happen a lot if we are busy on the computers and we don't recognize how much we're holding. Play along with me, explore with me. I invite you to this curiosity of the movement of our head and neck. So let's start with a little flexion and extension. Check out your range of motion here and notice where you might feel little crinklies or cracklies, where you might notice a little stiffness. Kind of this is the moment to assess how we are to begin. And then whichever direction feels most comfortable, let's start there. So for me, I like coming into flexion a little bit more. You might like extension. And then from there, we're going to use about 10% or less of our actual force. So the effort is very minimum, as small as you can do, really. And we're going to resist our head looking the other way or rotating or moving in the other direction. So if I prefer coming into flexion, I'm going to take my hand to the back of my head and gently use about 10% or less of my force as I begin to extend my head up for about 8 to 10 seconds. And then after those 8 to 10 seconds, release your hand and continue moving in the direction that you are going, that you are pushing in. Come back to center, and then let's recheck. And notice if that range is any different. And maybe for you, the range of movement didn't get any bigger, but maybe it might feel like you kind of oiled up the joint, or there's a little more smoothness, or a few less cracklies in there. And then we're going to do the same exercise, taking our head into this lateral side bend. So take a moment and let your head bend from side to side. Notice which side feels most comfortable. And it may not be towards the very end, maybe somewhere in the middle. Start there and then place your hand on your head and push out of that position. Very gently, the least amount of effort that you can do. And my opposite hand is trying to keep me there. Maybe 8 or 10 seconds or so. Then release that pressure and let your head continue going in the direction it was pushing. Come back to center. And then did we do anything? Check it out. Take your head left and right again. Notice if you feel any shifts or changes in that mobility. And then the last one is a little rotation. So taking your head left and right. What's the last thing you see around the room? That's a nice indicator of where you are. Find your preference. Keep your head there, take your opposite hand, and give it a little bit of pressure as you rotate away. I'm bringing my awareness inside here so I can really feel that subtlety right in the neck. Gently release your hand and follow through in the direction you were pushing. Come back to center, give that a little moment to integrate. And then I always want to check, did I do anything? Holy smokes. Yes, I feel like an owl now. Maybe you do a little figure 8 and notice the movement of your head all together in all of the ranges of motion. And then maybe go back to what you were doing and notice if there's any more freedom in your head or neck. Thanks for exploring with me today.